views and opinions expressed on The Big Llama Show are those of the host and guest. They do not reflect that of our sponsors, advertisers, or employers. Enjoy the show.
Have you ever felt like you were just born to do something?
Oh my God.
I didn't know it, but I was destined to be your mama.
You was kind, you was smart.
That's important.
That's so cool. I want you to be the very best version of yourself that you can be.
Are they like cookies?
Everything that happened in my past life is the reason why I got you. I know you better than anyone. I know what you're made of. Whatever happens, we're a family. And what's important is that we love each other.
You promise?
I crossed my heart.
You know every story, every wound, every memory. Your whole life's happiness is wrapped up in you. Every single moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Shit, it's in the she ruckus. Dead beat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wagon to the Milligan, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that? I'm getting paper, seats in a cloud, hands up in the air. Wagon to the Milligan, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that?
Welcome to the Big Llama Show, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Very, very exciting episode. I hope you liked the edit that was dedicated to all the moms. And if you didn't catch all the moms in the edit, we got Chat Mom in there. We had AD's mom, my mom, Mama Llama was in there. So go back and look at it. If not, I'll play it later. But man, so excited. But we can't get started without my co-host. So let's welcome Blackout AD to the show. Welcome, sir, to the Big Llama Show.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
It's going good, man. It's going good. I had to turn the party lights off. I feel like it's a little distracting sometimes. Man, that was you trying to get me to cry before the Llama Show? What's wrong with you, man? We don't need AD tears here.
That's why I said 2 tissue box rating on in the chat. That's what I said.
You sent the warning. That's crazy, man. Hey, shout out to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, especially my mommy. I love you.
I had a picture of her in there. I rated you guys' Instagrams and Facebooks.
Yo, that's hilarious.
I think Big Homie's mom was in there. I think
he went on everybody.
I rated everybody's stuff. So we had a pre-llama stream. So you had some people coming on from the stream. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Very, very exciting night. So tonight, of course, is obviously Mother's Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about moms, talk about the video and some stuff on the channel today. But our big discussion and the big billing was, Doctor Strange, talk. My understanding is a lot of people haven't seen it or are going to see it soon. And so we'll try to do a non-spoilery type discussion at first and then maybe save it for later. And then we're definitely going to talk Moon Knight because Moon Knight ended this week too. So it's a big week for Marvel. Yeah. Just a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, man.
So AD, man, you had the fight night last night.
The fight companion.
Companion.
What can I say about that, man? You were there. Luckily, I was happy. Everybody who makes content with us was kind of in and out of the stream last night because what a stream it was, man. We hit a milestone of 50 live viewers watching us, which I don't think we've ever hit that ever in terms of Big Llama Show, my stream, or anything. So that was kind of nuts. And to have everybody there like engaged with it, like it was a different feeling, man. I want to know how you felt about like being like seeing it, because we talk about like I always say I'm gonna be the biggest Twitch streamer, but like to see a little blow up like that, like live, like was kind of different for me.
It was weird. It was weird because we were saying what I thought were ridiculous things, right? We were like, all right, we get to 30, let's get AD sleeveless. We get to 40, let's go shirtless. And shit, we hit 50. Like like I was like, my God, this is crazy. And then people were coming into the Discord. So I felt the energy. It felt so much. It was so much fun, and it was just great. It was just great and fun. So guys, UFC fight nights, if you're looking to, to have a fun time, like you're watching it with friends, check out AD's Twitch stream during those fight nights and come on the Discord and watch it live with us there on the Discord. Many different members of the Blackout crew come in and out. And it's just a whole lot of fun. And so, I mean, kudos to you and your team, man. That was great, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was telling chat earlier that like, man, like it was crazy how the views started going up and everybody started like hitting rolls, because it felt weird. Like Hercules made a poll out of nowhere. Llama was just like ushering people in, just hitting the exclamations in the chats, exclamation Big Llama in the chat, exclamation Discord. Like he was just like hosting them in. I was like locked into the fight, so I was just giving like fight analysis. They had Big Homie moderating in the chat and just giving his input, and then watching like the Canelo fight and giving us updates on that like during the fight. Like it was like it turned into a production the more viewers we got. And I was like, man, like at least I know the team's ready. Like as soon as the lights are on, we're ready to go. So it was a good experience, man. My goal by the end of the year was to have 20 live viewers. Like by the end of this year, that's what I've been grinding for. And to see that get splashed in one day without it, you know what I mean? Because like at one point my highest was 14 before yesterday. And and literally yesterday we hit 17, and I was like, what just happened? And then it just kept going. I was like, well, I'm not even thinking about where it's gonna end. Like, just keep going. So I mean, shout out to everybody who came through, man. I love seeing the work get put together, and I want to shout out the late night with AD and Jay Birdie. Shout out to the co-host Jay Birdie, because I've been seeing the numbers going up on that a lot, and I feel like that was a testament to what happened yesterday.
No, for sure. Fight Companion was crazy. The atmosphere was crazy. I think at one point I was buying dinner and I just jumped in on the street. Yeah. I was on the streets.
We had that a lot. Roman Turral was on the streets. Birdie was at work. You know what I mean? Like it's hilarious. What up, KGV Cat? Shout out to KGV Cat. The day before the 50th view, I like did my first like streamer raid where I had like 10 viewers, 9 viewers, something like that watching. And to see her numbers go up, and I know she just started streaming, like it was a good feeling for me, because it was like, oh, I can actually help people's views go up now because of the work I'm putting in. So shout out KGV Cat. Hopefully we get to get some games in the post Llama show, and let me keep growing.
No, for sure. Now I'm going to acknowledge the chat as we always do. We like to listen in and see what the chat was talking about, and around the, I love this because the chat is now in, input from the pre-Llama stream. So you see a bunch of stuff. So we're going to try to get through all the chat here because the chat is bumping right now. Yep. Let's see. Big Homie reminds everyone, be at the Llama Show on YouTube, but keep the tab open. Keep your Twitch stream tab open. Get those views going. Let's see. Big Homie, happy Mother's Day to all you mamas out there. Exactly.
Yep.
And new mamas, right?
Yep. shout out homies. Mrs. Homie,
right? Congratulations. No, for sure. Especially our resident chat mom. Yes.
Yo, shout out chat mom. Listen, she was in the chat earlier and I totally forgot about the Mother's Day thing, and she would be the only one I would say it to in chat. So shout out chat mom. Happy Mother's Day. I'm sorry, I'm a piece of
You didn't tell her Happy Mother's Day?
I did not.
Oh, chat mom. I made up for you. Pictures on the intro, chat mom. Gabe Roman said, happy Mother's Day to my adopted mother, Jane. Yes. Chat mom's in the house. Let's see. Why do I not hear have Seer telling me to just stop? Okay. The song didn't hit right away. I was trying to get the new intro. We had ADs in the chat. Let's see here.
Of course.
Zelenia was here. All right.
What up, Zelenia? Elbow cup.
I said this one's when we were playing the video. I wanted to tell everybody, it's for all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day from the Big Llama Show. Let's see here. Shout out to Big Homie on becoming a mom.
I got that. I saw that when I rolled in.
And I let everybody know 2 tissue box rating on this one. So if you missed it, I go back to the replay first. It's the first 2 minutes of the intro for sure. Let's see, Birdie here. Today should be Children's Day because without us, there is no mom. So
food for thought.
I'm not taking Birdie's takes. Big homie Llama with the edits.
Yup.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day from AD. Shout out to Big Homie.
Happy Mother's Day.
If I was Gabe's, no, that's it. It's a PG. We're just starting the night. I'll let you guys read it if you can read it there. For those of you on the listening in on the podcast, Big Homie went in on this one.
You got to see it on the live show every Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Exactly. Damn, the mom from Terminator. That's a banger. Okay, yeah, no, she was on there. She was on the edit. Let's see. Let me know when you hop on Call of Duty. That's
yep.
Was it KGV Cat?
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's see. We'll talk about it later in the show. Okay, so people
we're just inside convo, you know.
Word about Doctor Strange, because that's our conversation tonight. Doctor Strange, and we're going to talk Moon Knight and a couple of different things. Let's see. She just said, just give me a warning before you do. We will. Spoiler warnings will be given. John Gillen hits us up with, yo, what's up? # road to 1,000.
What's up, John? We're closer than ever, man.
Yeah, we're at 926 as of the start of the show. So
crazy.
If you want to help out the show, make sure you subscribe to the Big Llama Show on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitch. You can follow me on Facebook, but the one that helps is YouTube. So if you really want to help, go to YouTube and do it. Let's see here. Hercules Outlaw, # Lamination.
Let's go, Herc.
Let's see, Gabe. I haven't seen it.
Chat mom,
hit us up with the llamas.
Let's go.
Jane, welcome to the show. Fight Companion went crazy. That's right.
Absolutely bonkers.
It was a lot of fun. Blackout doing this. Yes, it is. They were. I'm telling you, it was so much fun, and we got to do it again. That was just a lot of fun to do. Pre-Llama went rather swell as well. Okay. Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the Pre-Llama host. He did well. We had like a whole hour of actual conversation and stuff. We did good, and then we hopped into the games just because we're on demon time.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you guys for always hosting the Pre-Llama Show. Again, Pre-Llama Show starts usually an hour or two, a couple hours before the show.
Hours. Yeah, we had like a 4-hour stream today.
So if you're jonesing for Blackout and you're jonesing for anything, for the Pre-Llama Show, for Call of Duty, for Fortnite, for whatever, hit up AD's Twitch channel before the Llama Show, and you'll get lots of llama references, and occasionally I'll jump in there and give you guys some commentary when I can. Let's see here. James Johnson got distracted by WrestleMania Backlash. Oh, okay.
Always. Somehow it's always wrestling in the chat. Always.
Is it over? Is WrestleMania over? Chris Gillen, yo, JB keeps rolling. Happy Mother's Day.
Jay Bizzle in the house.
Jensen Beach. Better late than never. Happy Mother's Day to all men working double duty.
Yeah, respect. You gotta shout out the men. There's men out there.
Listen, man.
You gotta shout out the men.
I'm the first one who posts on Father's Day. Don't give me that single mother shit. So I'll say the same thing. Don't give me that single daddy shit. It's Mother's Day. Let the moms have their due. That's my hot take on that. Get out of here. James says it's not over yet. So WrestleMania Backlash is still happening. Who's the main event on that? I'll tell James. Tell me who the main event is. I'm going to tell you who wins.
Yeah,
I'm not spoiling. I'm just going to tell you who's going to win.
he's Nostradamus over here.
Nostradamus, more like it. That's what I am. All right, so listen, let's talk about what happened this week on the channel. And our poll didn't come up this week, which is okay. It's Mother's Day weekend, so I was kind of busy, but I was actually busier with some other issues on the channel. Let's see here. James, I've been a dad / mom for 23 years. Congratulations, sir. I'm not gonna argue with him. Not gonna fight. All right, so just real quick for those of you who watch the videos regularly, I had this video here the first time reacting to the movie 1917. I thought it was an amazing movie. It was a great edit, but YouTube, for whatever reason, does not want this video seen. It's blocked in like 250 countries. Especially in the UK, which is where actually a lot of my base comes from. So 100 views for this video is very underwhelming. I'm going to try to put it out one more time, and if not, then it is what it is. I can't fight with it anymore. I got to record another one on tomorrow and try to put that one out. So I'm going to give it one more shot. I've got one last edit that I'm going to upload, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I apologize for those of you who look forward to those polls. I've been struggling with this movie all week long and just hadn't had the energy to do anything but try to get it back on there. And I said, all right, well, this week we just won't go with polls. So anyway, 1917 was a great movie. If anyone's seen it, that's great. I'm actually interested in the chat to see what's going on here. Let's see. They call me Llama. What'd you do for Mama Llama? See, I was going to ask that in the chat. What did you guys do for the moms this week or this weekend or just today, depending on, some people celebrate, like when they celebrate their birthday, they celebrate for like, it's my birthday week, my birthday month, my birthday weekend. I don't know if you do the same for Mother's Day, but for me, I did all the cooking. I became Chef Big Homie, in my house. I cooked the brunch for everybody, and let's see, the menu consisted of stuffed French toast. We got homemade cinnamon rolls, egg sausage. Now, I didn't make the biscuits and gravy, but somebody else brought that in. It was it was a spread, man. It was a spread. We had mimosas. We had the whole thing. And that's pretty much it. Like, we just had a nice brunch, and
we had the mimosas going.
I don't really like mimosas, but, if it's brunch, you got to have it, And let me know in the chat what you guys do for your moms out there. And was there a particular gift or lame gift that you got them that they had to fake a reaction to? Let me know what you think of that, because think about it, man. Like, there's only so many mom things you can get, like candles and cards, but sometimes they like socks and whatever. Like guys get the socks, right? Moms get candles. Mom get little signs. What did you get your moms this Mother's Day?
Nothing.
Oh shit! Come on, AD. Did you at least text her?
You know what I said?
What'd you say?
You better pray to Jehovah.
Oh dear God.
Nah, I mean, we don't really celebrate things like that, to be honest, because of that. So it's
that's true. That's
like
true.
I'll just acknowledge it, and it is what it is. She seemed like she had a good day. Like, I know my sister went over there because obviously I'm in Denver and she's in Florida, so it's not like I could just see her. But
right.
Yeah, she seemed like she had a good day. She watched the sunrise and stuff on the beach. So
okay, good.
Shout out to my moms. She watched. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, she watched it. She texted me after last week's show and was like, she was like, "Good show today," and then she kept dying because Dirty Sanchez in the chat. She just kept dying about the day. I was like, "That's what you took in from the show." I was like, thank you for watching. It's only 48 episodes in, but it's okay.
That's the thing she came out of the whole thing.
That's what she kept bringing up. She brought it up like during the week too. She's like, I'm still laughing about Dirty Sanchez. I was like, Jesus. So at least we know our content it marinates well.
We know our audience. We know our audience so well. Let's see. Jay Birdie, she became a mom. Now I have to pay bills. What are we really celebrating? Jay Birdie. Oh, let's see. The Bloodline versus RK Bro and Drew McIntyre. Bloodline wins, bro. That's it.
I want to hear if he. I hope Llama's wrong for this. He said it's too cocky.
Bloodline wins. They're going to win everything. They're gonna set them up for a massive heel breakdown in the next pay per view. That's my prediction. Let's see. Hashtag Chef Llama. Yes,
Chef Llama with it.
That's right. Cooking with the spice. All right.
Should be speaking facts.
Jimmy speaking facts. I don't know about that. Oh, we got llamas in the chat. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you so much. James said, I watched all my mama's favorite movies.
Hey, respect. Which one is your favorite out of all of them?
Yeah, actually, yeah. What in the chat? What's your favorite? Well, what do you say? Like favorite movies about moms, or favorite movie that your mom watched, or which one? Or does it matter?
Movie that your mom watched.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, exactly. What's your
what movie about moms? I mean, there's the one with the J-Lo where she gets the turkey baster. What else?
Let's see. Here we go. James talking about they've been winning too much. Trust me, they're gonna win one more time. They're gonna make you hate them winning, and then they're gonna take them down for sure. So, Bambi. Oh.
Jay Bird with the Bambi. I'd say Grease. Or no. There's one called Salsa, which is pretty good, but Grease.
With Robbie Rosa, you watched that movie, Salsa?
Yeah, man. I watched it on YouTube the other day. I was high. I was like, wow, I'm gonna watch this. It's a classic.
Dude, I actually my cousin used to watch that movie all the time, and I probably have seen it not even lying 9 to 10 times.
Oh, I've seen it way more.
Okay.
I would remake it. If I ever start writing movies and live to my potential, I would remake it.
You'd remake Salsa?
Yeah.
There's no remaking Salsa. Come on, man.
You can make that happen. Rico from Puerto Rico.
Let's see. James says the 5 Heartbeats was her favorite. Then it's Beloved. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yo, that's crazy. I'm actually reading that.
Oh. Cultured AD. Reading books. AD.
You didn't think I got these. I only got these good looks now. Got brains too, man. I'm a package. I'm a star llama, I told you.
I don't read books, man, so more power to you, man. Let's see. Gabe says Scarface.
Scarface. Okay. Knowing his mom, I get it.
Yo, you get it? Okay. So that's appropriate. It's not a lie.
No.
Okay.
4 brothers.
The 4 brothers. Okay.
That's technology. The kids. He's back at that.
Oh my God. All right. So keep those questions and comments coming in the chat. We'll keep reading them throughout the show. Love to hear from you guys. Be part of the show. Always come in. If you're listening to this on the podcast or the replay, always be part of the live show. We will shout you out as we see you in the chat. And hey, sometimes the chat takes over the show. So we have topics we want to cover, but we want to hear from you first. So let's see what else we got here.
If the chat's better than our topics, then we'll roll with that.
Exactly.
We're here for the content.
You guys can be the writers of the show. James is Blackout. Wow, that's crazy. Never read the book. Okay.
Fire. It's fire. I got like 2 more chapters, something like that, and I'm done with it. But it's really good. It threw me off at first because I was like, what is this? But good read. It's a quality read.
All right, we'll have book reviews with AD. AD, you're going to venture off to do some different things, right, on YouTube, or did you not want to announce that yet? Or
I wasn't, but
Okay, no, it's fine.
I'm gonna take a page out of Llama's books and do the movie reactions. I want to really announce it when I have like the branding done and like actual videos already like cultivated, so I could just drop it at once because I want to see what that's kind of like. Because from our experience of like doing content, we've seen it from like the scratch of not necessarily planning, but in terms of like just like posting videos on as we go. You know what I mean? So I want to try a different approach with this channel. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. I think it would be good to have like my version of a PG-13 content style and try to get some brand awareness because the Twitch it's an acquired taste.
For sure. I mean, and there's just a lot of people in Twitch, like it's tough to get that audience, right? And so,
speaking of where I'm international on Twitch right now. They know me in Japan, Egypt. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. That fight companion, man, that was insane, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Let's see here. Chef Homie made lamb chops marinated in chimney, twice baked potato, and Caesar salad. Oh, dude, man, like, come on, man. Don't let my family know that's what you cooked. Your family, shit.
That's light work. He makes that all the time. Not all the time, but he does make it. He's perfecting it. Let's say that.
Oh my god. Let's see. Birdies. Joe Pesci's mom in Goodfellas was a real one. Yes. That was actually Martin Scorsese's mom. Is actually her.
shit.
Yeah. So little known fact there.
You know a lot of like random little.
I do. I'm full of just random knowledge. Ask me what I did yesterday. I couldn't tell you, but if you tell me like a specific minute in a movie, I could probably tell you something about it. It's weird. Weird how my llama brain works, man. Gabe says I didn't get the memo for blackout reading. It's been years since I picked up a book.
Yo, that might be a thing. A blackout reading club, and then just have a big Discord with it. That'd be sick.
You know what's funny that you mentioned like on the Discord, and I don't know why, but on TikTok I found this lady who actually does book narration. She reads the novels for audiobooks, and she actually just records herself or goes live reading the audiobooks. And I guess at some point they're like romance novels, so they get a little spicy. And so I'm like, this is weird. And she's like, join me on my Discord. So I'm like, all right, let me see what the Discord's all about. Man, she's got like 200, 300 people just sitting there watching her read a book. And I'm like, this is just weird. I can't do this. But it was interesting, just the process. But she's actually in the recording studio doing all the pieces and everything. I'm like, that's interesting, but like these people are here for the spiciness of it. I was here for the technology.
Yeah, it could be both. Yeah, I mean, it's just content. I mean, you see it with what we're doing. Like, there's an audience for all of us. It's if you want to go out and search for the audience, because that's really what you're doing when you're putting yourself out there and like streaming and like posting videos. Like you're trying to find the people that gravitate towards you. So like there's an audience for everything. You'll be surprised. Like I was mind blown to find that people played Pokemon, and not only played Pokemon, they spent hours shiny hunting. And then like you just feel like there's niche things in everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? Call of Duty, it's like competitive Call of Duty, and then like just snipers only. And like it's weird like how things like have like a grand scheme of things, and then there's like microscopic little things where it's like sub communities. And man, I don't know, man. It just gives me hope. Like something like that gives me hope, because like she could have 230 people just listening to her read a book that she didn't even write. Then people are gonna watch me talk about fight companions.
That's true. But it was entertaining, and the reactions from the fight companion you had posted, right? You had posted some clips and everything. There was a
and those did good. Yeah, those did good too. I think it was like almost 600 on Twitter and like 700 on TikTok, something like that. Yeah,
no, I mean, I'm telling you, it was great reactions and was fun. For sure. Gabe says he made steak and potatoes. They want to clarify mashed potatoes.
Just in case you were wondering.
Right. He made that package to mashed potatoes. James currently reading John Mock's bio and Deceased graphic novel. Okay. All right. Look at that. John Mox's bio is pretty interesting. I want to check that out. Although, again, I need audiobook. I don't read. Ace with the laugh. Okay.
Shout out Ace. She got out of work. She's like, I got out of work early for this. I was like, respect.
Exactly.
He didn't like my comments about lamb chops.
Oh. Let's see, Gabe. I don't believe you, Justin. You're going to have to send me some food. Okay. After that, I'm pulling up.
He's coming. He's sliding.
He's driving right now. Jay Birdie said Henry Hill's mother-in-law, not a real one. No, she was not. She was annoying as hell. What are these type of people doing? Her voice was so freaking annoying. Oh God. Blackout Book Club. The BBC. Hey. Let your mind go where it goes when you hear BBC. All right, enjoy.
Yeah, mine goes to the UK radio, the broadcasting.
Sure. BBC One, BBC Two,
BBC Radio.
Unc is wilding out. That's it. Jay Birdie, I'm also reading Mox right now. Okay, let's see. Richard, one of our regulars on the Big Llama Show video posts. Let's see. I remember the Hangouts. It was a free for all on those panels. Then Zoom, and now do the live StreamYard. Okay, yeah, no, for sure. The technology evolves, and you use whatever methods are there. And I mean, people will post anything. I'm almost tempted to go live on TikTok while doing the show to try to get people to come in here, because people just stumble on it. Like I literally am through TikTok, and all of a sudden, like someone's live stream will just pop up, and I'll just sit there for at least a good 2 minutes. Like, what is this about? And then I'll move on. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted to use this technology for sure. I wish I had more time to research that. What kind of people are these, Henry? Okay, he was laughing. All right. So let's see. We got more. Honestly, didn't think that through. ADBC sounds too much like the band. Okay. Oh, the AD book club. That's true.
But then you could steal the logo design of it, you know?
Why not? Let's see. All right, so because we got people who have not seen Doctor Strange, let's skip to Moon Knight. Let's talk a little bit about Moon Knight. The series or the season ended. I heard it was changed to the season. Yeah. So that would imply that there is going to be a season 2. AD, your thoughts on this last episode?
Damn. I'm really trying to think back, but I've been thinking about Doctor Strange for the past 3 days. So I haven't really I forgot about Moon Knight. But Moon Knight it ended how I wanted it to end. It did. They answered they tied up a lot of things. They did keep it open for another season, which I'm kind of glad they did. I want to say now it's coming back to me. I want to say the end of Moon Knight, like right before the post, because there's a post-credit scene. Right before the post-credit scene, there was a moment where I was upset. I was truly mad about the series, and then the post-credit scene hit, and everything was all right with me after that. I was like, wait, you set this up so much to let me that, like, I never felt that before. And then when the post-credit scene hit, I totally forgot about my anger. I was like, yeah, they did it. Oscar Isaac, listen, man, what you did during the series was amazing. And I enjoyed it, to be honest. The series as a whole, I enjoyed.
Yeah, no, I mean, I told you last episode 5, if it ended in episode 5, I was happy. There was more obviously to come, and 45 minutes didn't seem like enough time, but it did a really good job, I think, of sticking the landing and sort of tying things up, but leaving it open enough for the next season, for something else to happen, which was really, really great. And you see some of the images here on the screen. We have a couple of things, right? We have the return of Steven, right? We had that was something I was looking forward to, which again is weird. It's the same character. It's Mark and Steven are Oscar Isaacs, and I treat them like different ones. And you had sort of the breakdown, and then you had the confrontation, right? At the end. I mean, just a great action sequence at the end, and they just really wrap things up really, really well. Again, I was very, very happy with the episode. We got some people in here on the comments. Let's see. James, Moonlight or Moon.
I was calling it Moonlight before too.
Right. Almost lost me, but they pulled it off. The gods fighting in the background was lit.
Yo, kaiju battle, man.
Right.
You can't go wrong with the kaiju battle. And the way that one of the best shots in the whole series was definitely when Arthur Harrow's walking forward towards Moon Knight, and like the angle, I think like he was falling back or something, and you just see him walking towards him, and you just see like the rise of the gods in the background. I was like, that's one of the best shots I've seen, and in a show that gives you nothing but really good shots.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was just so much good visual eye candy for you, like to absorb. I mean, everything just made sense. Everything just made sense. What was great, I mean, I know we're kind of jumping around, but there was also the big reveal of Layla's character, right? The
Yeah.
Scarlet Scarab.
Yeah.
I think that's what her name is going to be.
Yeah.
Which to me was great. I think it was great to see that she just didn't have to take on the moniker of Moon Knight, that she has her own character, her own her own thing that people are interested in now, want to see a series for her, or they want to see more from her. She was always a very interesting character, not one-dimensional at all.
No.
And so I think that she was her own person. I think that proved to help her in her story arc here. Although I don't think her arc was that big, but it was enough to introduce her as a new character, and I think that bodes well for future for her.
They definitely made me care about her character. I had mentioned the Scarlet Scarab last week on the episode because they teased it in the Asylum episode, I believe. So I think I mentioned that, but I was kind of surprised that they brought it in so soon and how they brought it in, because there is like a little like, oh, it's kind of like it makes sense. So all of a sudden you could just be an avatar for the hippo and get the Scarlet Scarab powers. You know what I mean? Like, even though the Scarlet Scarab represented like Amit's tomb, so there's some like kind of nitpicking there I could do with it, but I'm glad that they like brought her out, and you could tell. I mean, with the one line that they put in, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" Like, they're branding it out. Shout out to Egypt, they love me out there. But they're branding out, so I'm glad, and I like their character, so I'm excited to see more. I hope we get another season. I have a theory that maybe they recorded a lot more than they're telling us and leading on, and they might come out with the second season way sooner than we think, especially if it was going to be a series, like one series thing. Like, that would be a smart play in the long run, because they already filmed it. They already got it done. You know what I mean? They get the hype, and they haven't done anything like that with any of the other, what do you call it? The Disney Plus series. So I think that would be like something different if they just drop a second season on us like randomly.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I agree with you on what you're saying about her character. I mean, I thought she was just, I mean, just a great looking character. Like this is a great reveal of a new character. Yes, it was a little on the nose that she was an Egyptian, superhero, but what the hell? I mean, it was a nice. It's not. Listen, superheroes can come from all over the world, so that's a good thing. I think she's just a very, I think she's a likable character for sure, and can definitely now counterbalance, some of the nuttiness on the, on the Moon Knight side. So for sure, great introduction to her, and we'll see how they use her in other, in other Marvel properties for sure.
100%.
We've got some noise in the chat here. Jay Brady wants to let you know that Tony Soprano's mom, worst mom of them all. Yes. She was a terrible mother for sure. Worst TV mom. James wants to tell us things in a cryptic way. He says, I have to admit that I was wrong about Layla. Sorry, fat thumbs. Moon Knight is too flat for a one-off. Yeah.
I think now I do have, with the series as a whole, like, if I'm being objective about the series, like, I loved it. I loved every moment of it. Like, it really captivated me. I was excited to talk about it on stream. I'm excited to do like the end discussion with my big homie in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited to talk about the show because I liked it so much. But I do got to say, I had a lot of problems with it. And that's why I think the pacing was so weird of the show. I think that was my number one problem. Just like, everything was like, it was like 6 episodes. They knew they had to fit this, and this in. And it was like, well, let's just, like, rush past things. Like, I feel like a couple of these episodes could have like been spread out into 2 episodes or more, and like marinated on some of these like topics. And like, think about the impact if we had to sit with like the first episode for like maybe like 4 episodes where we're like really contemplating like what is real, because there was a little bit of that and it worked for the 6 episode thing, but I don't think it was as effective as it could have been, because I think they could have played with us a little bit more, especially with the psychological aspects, and like they just could have like prolonged it. So I hope we see more, and I hope they stopped doing these 6 episodes series, because we don't need that. We need 8 minimum, 10. You know what I mean? When you really want to like flesh out a good story.
Yeah, no, I think they put themselves in a corner by cutting out some of these pieces. Give us shorter episodes. Give us, a 35 to 40 minute, or if you have to do the editing a certain way. Because again, you want more. You want it to be fleshed out correctly. I think the last reveal, which was the Lockley character, right? That was great, and I think that's what you said was saved it for you on the show, was that they did bring him in. They didn't just throw that character away, and you definitely have intrigue on what's going to happen next. So sets up a very good sequel to the series. So another season. But again, I enjoyed it. I think I was a little nervous. It was a little bit heady for me the first 2 or 3 episodes, and it really hit its stride. And I loved episode 5, and then episode 6 wrapped it up in a bow for me, and I loved it. I thought it was great. So again, we're gonna get into that type. I think if you want more in-depth, detailed discussion, you and Big Homie are going to be doing a second half season breakdown. Yeah. So if you guys really want to do a deep dive, Big Homie and AD are going to be doing their review of the series and breaking down every single detail from episode I think 4, 5, and 6. So definitely check that out. We're just scratching the surface. We're letting you guys know that we love the show, but we're not really getting into all the nitty-gritty details, and so there's a lot more to discuss for sure. We had a comment here in the chat. Richard hits us up. Do y'all watch Better Call Saul? And I would say yes, absolutely. I watched that show, and I love that show. AD, you're shaking your head. You don't watch Better Call Saul?
I don't know what that is.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that concludes the Big Llama show with AD. AD will not be returning to the show ever. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, it's a great show, man. I think you would enjoy it. But Better Call Saul is like the extension of that show. It's a spinoff series for the attorney Saul Goodman. So yes, I love that. I love the show, and I watch it all the time for sure. Nice. Let's see. Compot in the chat. He says here, second season Moon Knight with hour-long episodes would be something a lot of people would want to see.
I agree.
I have to agree. I agree. Now, this is... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, as long... And even then, like, they set up the character well to where he could just go into, like, movies and stuff, and we kind of know. But I would like to see prolonged storytelling on this character because, I mean, as we can see, it's very complex. There's so much we can do. I mean, we'd even just see a wrap up on like Layla and the dad situation. They literally just hugged because he was dead, and that's how they like sold it. It was like, oh, he dead, he came back to life, and now she's okay with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where was she at the end? And like, you know what I mean? There's so much. So I hope we get a prolonged season 2. Honestly, I do. So Compa, appreciate you, brother.
No, for sure. And here we go. We got a hot take in the chat. Let's see. Jay Birdie, hot take. Also, never seen Breaking Bad. Kids need to just go out and sell drugs to learn firsthand. Okay. But if you want the cheat code, watch Breaking Bad. So there you go. I mean, listen, I watched it. The good thing about when I watched it was I didn't watch it when it was the series and it was big and everyone was talking about it. I watched it after the series ended and everyone had all these things to talk about it. I really didn't care for it. And then when I watched it, holy shit, I was hooked, man. I think I spent a good week and a half just watching the show like every night. Like every night I watched 2 or 3 episodes. Damn. And they're hour long. So I'd be up late. But this was before I had the channel, so I had time to do that.
You had time to do it.
But no, I loved it. And then when Better Call Saul came out, I watched it as it was coming out. And I'm a little mad but that it takes so long for the seasons to come out, but I'm very happy about that for sure. Richard says, yeah, Breaking Bad is my all-time favorite TV series, and Better Call Saul is good. Yeah, man, for sure. Again, watch a couple episodes, and if you don't like it, let me know for sure. And we can argue about it on the
You and I
channel.
both know how I consume content. I know so much about Breaking Bad. I just so if I come across it one day, you know what I mean? If Chad's like, hey, let's watch Breaking Bad, I'll watch it with him in the Discord. But other than that,
Well, James again with his cryptic text is, don't do drugs without me. You got to read those carefully. All right. So Moon Knight, I hope everyone enjoyed that the series. Let us know in the comments what you think about Moon Knight. If there was something about it could have been better. Did it end well for you? Let us know in the comments and what you thought of it. I definitely enjoyed it. I think it stuck the landing. It was a little bit dicey for me in the middle, but it definitely made sense to me at the end. And like you said, the reveal at the end of Lockley's character, you enjoyed that, and that brought the series whole for you. Again, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments, and we're going to move on to our next topic. And let's see. Oh, people are commenting. LO without me. Everyone likes that reveal of the second text or the second chat right there. All right, so James needs to hang out. All right, so we have so now we're gonna try our best. Again, we're gonna talk about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We're gonna try to talk about all that. We're gonna do a non-spoilery discussion. So for the first couple of minutes here, we're gonna talk no spoilers or as best we can. So please.
A part of me just wants to say I don't care. I want to talk about it.
I know, but we'll give it. All right, here's what we'll do. We'll give a couple of people a chance to sort of hear our initial thoughts.
Okay.
Then we're gonna say, all right, we're going into spoiler discussion. Please just mute the YouTube. Don't
keep
click
the tab
off
open.
Of it. Keep the tab open.
Fucking open.
Just mute it, or come back tomorrow and watch the replay, and you can hear all about our comments on it. Initial thoughts, though. Give me your elevator speech. If you were to describe what you saw and what your rating is, what would it be?
$200 million opening box office. That's it. That's all
huge.
You need to know. That's all you need to know, dude. Yo, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Again, this is coming from the guy who's read every spoiler out there, seen every cameo list, kind of already knew what was going down in the movie. And there was one particular spoiler that came out at I believe February this year, and it was spot on, scene for scene. So I knew what was coming. But it hit my expectation. It looked good visually. I felt like the story was good. The pacing to me was good, but I've heard people complain about it was maybe too little fast paced for it. But the amount of stuff they stuck in there and what they did to move the multiverse and MCU moving forward, I thought it was the perfect introduction film to the actual multiverse.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. I think it was a good movie. But if I were going to describe it in my quick assessment, right, I wasn't my favorite Marvel movie. It was a good movie. It wasn't my favorite Marvel movie. And we'll talk when we talk about spoilers why. But overall pretty damn good movie. Now, I have non-movie related experiences that happened this weekend, which we can talk about. But again, I watched it 2 times. I watched it in the regular theater and I watched it IMAX. Again, I think it's a good movie. It's just not my favorite. There's a couple things I had issues with, but overall, a decent movie. I just don't think I don't think it lived up to the hype, in my opinion. That's just my 2 cents. But let's see what the chat is saying about this here. James says, how can you not spoil? Well, we're going to get there. Cat saying, we'll keep the tab open, but definitely muting. Sorry. Hashtag Dr. Llama. I like that. James says that he was disappointed. Okay. Good movie, but not impressed. Okay.
What?
See? Folks are sharing my sentiment, man. I mean,
what were you guys expecting? Avenger level? This is Doctor Strange 2 we're talking about. For when you just put it in the perspective of it being, because I know No Way Home blew away everybody's expectation, and then they were like, well, the Multiverse of Madness is going to have this, and this, and this crazy. Like, this is when you put it in perspective, right? You compare this to what's the second Captain America movie? Or like Iron Man 2.
Oh, Civil War?
So what is it, Civil War? Even that is better than Civil War for sure. And Civil War was a great MCU movie.
Whoa, that's a hot take, man. I don't know about that.
What?
I think Civil War was way better. Are you talking about Winter Soldier? Winter Soldier, I think, was the second one.
Definitely better than that. I personally like it better than Civil War, just because like this is like more up my alley and like the horror elements to it. I mean, what we got out of it, like, personally,
I think the issue is expectations. I think it goes back to what did you expect to see, and what did they deliver, and you enjoyed it and you thought it was great. And like I said, I think it's a good movie. It just wasn't my favorite, but I think my expectations were super high for this movie, and so I was looking for so much more. You know what? I'll be honest. I wanted more cameos. I wanted more to that. I liked what I saw and I loved it, but I wanted more. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my issue, is that I went in thinking with that, shitty expectation of, oh, they're going to have 1,000 people in this movie. I can't wait to see all the different things. And they did have a decent amount of cameos, but I guess I was expecting more. And I think maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's worth the watch in theaters, I think.
Oh, for sure.
I think for me, I would give it like, if we're scoring out of 5, I'd give it like easy 3.7, 4 like range. You know what I mean? Like easy. But how can you? I don't know. Like I just looked at it differently because I heard so many. Like Tom Cruise was gonna be in it. They were talking about Ghost Rider, Wesley Snipes making cameos, Blade. Like there was so many different things, and I kind of already knew. Like it was the same thing as No Way Home. Like I saw what the theories were, and I saw what they produced, and I kind of went with that same expectation in Doctor Strange. Like we're not gonna get all these crazy. It's a Doctor Strange 2 movie. It's not Avengers Multiverse of Madness. You know what I mean? Which with that. Maybe we see Deadpool crossover and stuff like that. And I think that's where a lot of people were disappointed. At least I'm like just thinking about it, like, because this was like the perfect movie to just introduce. Like the last post-credit scene would have been perfect for like Ryan Reynolds walk through the portal thing. But at the end of the day, man, the movie was fire. You should definitely watch it in theaters. It's worth it. And it just forwards the MCU. Like it sets up a lot of things that are going to happen and will happen in the MCU, like the next big endgame level thing.
So here, Jay Birdie says, I'm not wasting my money going to see a B grade superhero. Okay. And going back to my prediction earlier.
Listen, wait, time out. This is the same guy that paid extra money for a battle pass he already bought to unlock Doctor Strange. I don't want to hear it,
dude. We're calling you out. If you did it, that's it. We're going to call you out. Now, this goes back to earlier in the show. I asked what was the main event of WrestleMania Backlash, and it was the Bloodline versus the RKO Bros. I predicted the Bloodline would win, and I was right.
Oh,
Bloodline won, and he's shaking his head. I told you, I know this stuff, man. This is my wheelhouse. Next Sunday is my birthday. All right. Well,
hey, well, it's our 50th episode, so you know where to keep the tab open, dude.
That's it. Let's see here. Jay Birdie wants to let you know, skin's not the same thing. I'm strangely addicted. All right, so guys, we are about to go into spoilers. We're going to talk spoilers about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We're going to look at some images here on the screen. So please, if you don't want the movie spoiled, come back later and watch the rest of the show after you've watched the movie. If you're watching this or you have it up on Twitch or on YouTube, leave the tabs open. Please do not fall out and do not click off. But we're about to go into spoiler discussion. So if you do not want it to be spoiled, please make sure that you end your night now. Let's see. Richard says here, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future content. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for reminding the troops and everybody. Join the Lamination, hit that bell, hit that subscription. Again, we're on our way. We're on our way. We're at 926. I'm hoping we'll be at 1,000 by next week. So that's the goal. Hopefully I can get a freaking video that goes further than just the United States.
You gotta touch homeland first, man.
Man, I was so disappointed it didn't hit harder. But again, I get it. Like, if you're banned in 24 countries or 240 countries, how good is that video going to be, right? Like, it is what it is. So thank you very much for that. Again, like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content. Thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate you. I appreciate you commenting on all the videos for sure. All right, so let's get into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Birdie's calling you out.
He said, even alpaca bought a skin. Hey, I bought one skin, and it was
talking crap for months.
It's Peru related. I had to buy it, man.
I always wonder why you like llamas. It made more sense when you told me
that. So you didn't know I was from Peru?
No, I just didn't know why you called yourself llama.
Yeah, llama's like not a masculine type, creature of things.
Super weird, dude. I was like, this guy really liked Tina, man. Napoleon Dynamite.
No, man, that's the national animal of my country. That's why.
Get a real animal like an eagle.
Eagly. Jay says, tell your friends, family, and coworkers to subscribe. Yes, do that now for sure. Hell, even tell your enemies. That's
Definitely
right.
Tell your enemies. They'll keep the comments coming in.
If there's anybody who stumbles upon this and watch the Rambo video and you hate my videos, keep hating my videos. Just subscribe. That's all I ask. Dude, 49% hated that video of the 5,000 people who watched it.
Oh,
you got some love. You got some love. Someone said, "Hey,
whatever,
welcome."
Man. The hate's always louder than the love.
They're looking forward to Back to the Future Part 2 with you.
Of course. Other people said that too. It was just the haters. They hurt my feelings.
We got to give the people what they want, man. Oh, let's see. My enemies are dead. All of them. Hate is better than indifference. Yes, for sure. Hey, Chat Mom. Has she been on there? I haven't seen her on there. Jane,
she came earlier.
If you check the intro, you're on the intro. You've made your picture is there with your family. So we gave you a shout out there in the beginning. Thank you for being our chat mom. James wants to know, did you kill him? No, okay. Now we're bordering on discoverable evidence by the defense. So no, we're not going to answer that question. Go get an attorney.
Did you?
All right, so let's go into Doctor Strange. We're going to talk about a couple of images and things. Like we said, the spoiler warning was given. I even talked a little bit more just to give some people some time to get out. Now we're going into full-blown spoilers.
Keep your tabs open.
Keep your tabs open. All right, so Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. All right, so we had Sinister Strange. We got him. What are the things that we got? Right off the bat, which I enjoyed, was the action sequence right in the beginning. Like it did not skip a beat. We went straight into a version of Strange doing some battle with America Chavez, which her introduction was weird to me, but it worked. What do you think of that?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really think of anything because I knew it was coming. But I liked the introduction because it showed. If you really think about her character in this movie, she's a plot device. She helps them get from the multiverse. But I like how they limit it to she's the only one that has this power of going in between, and it seems like people can steal this power from her. So I enjoyed that aspect of it because that's going to create other storylines going forward, especially at the end we find out that she's going to stay and learn some magician powers or whatnot. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I liked her character though. I thought she fit well. I liked the dynamic between her and Strange. I thought that was really good because at first I was kind of weird. I was like, how is he going to really treat her? But then I thought about it. It's going to be the same way as like Tom Holland. Like this is like Iron Man and Spider-Man almost.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, because I saw it twice. The first time watching it, I was like, "All right, this is interesting. We're jumping right into the story." The second time, I think what I came up with the solution is that they're it's not that you should know who she is. You really shouldn't know exactly who she is, but I think it's explained throughout the movie. Like you start to know her little by little, you get her story. So she's an intriguing character to say the least at the very start. So it's like one of those, like they dangle it in front of you. Like, okay, if you don't know who she is, you're going to find out. But if you know who she is, then it's even better for you, right? So like the second time I watched it, I was excited to see how she, more about her. But they did take a chance and a risk on that. But I think they flushed out her story a little bit, which was really, really good.
So again, the same leaks that had these leaks in it. There was another scene, and it seems like it got taken out because they didn't want people to know Wanda was, spoiler alert, she's the villain of the movie. They didn't want them to know right off the bat, which knowing that fact, so let me pick the scene. The opening scene was supposed to be Wanda where she was at, and the Doctor Strange from the mortal from our universe was gonna go and try to kill her, and she was gonna kill him, and that was like gonna be the to set the tone of the thing, and then they were gonna go into like the American Chavez fight, you know what I mean? And like now you know why the monster's chasing her, you know what I mean? Because like but they took it out because I guess they didn't want to reveal Wanda to be the villain right away. But when you think about the Wanda introduction into the movie, she's like, "Oh, we have to save America," and he's like, "Oh, you didn't say her name, did you?" Like it was like you revealed it right away anyway. So it was like,
yeah, it was early in the movie. It wasn't like they waited like to mid movie till you had like figure it out who the villain was. But I mean, that would have made it for a different type of movie. But yeah, you found out right away, so that wouldn't have been a bad thing. And you had the sense that she had the Darkhold, so that she was probably going to, have she's probably going to be evil or have evil tendencies. Like there's just no way about going about that. So that was probably silly on their part. Got a couple comments here. Like Jane says that she was off because they've been sleeping on off because they're all sick. Hey, we hope you guys feel better.
Feel better.
Chat mom and her not in the chat is we miss you guys. So hope you guys feel better. James says he loved the ponytail. There's a ponytail on Doctor Strange. That's the answer to the question will be on post Llama. Okay. And Richard says it will you have an open panel sometime? Put the link in the chat so that we can talk movies.
It's like a Discord.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still relatively new at learning some of this stuff. So yeah, I mean, aside from doing the live show on Sundays, I'm really kind of a novice when it comes to Discord or doing those types of things, but I'm always willing to explore. So, hit me up. Send me that information. Let me know what exactly you mean by that. Cause I'd like to explore that more for sure. Strange should have recruited Ned. Oh, that would have been good.
That honestly would have been cool. And it would explain, but that's a whole different movie. I hated that part because it was like, oh, you just all of a sudden learn that. But that was another thing where they like kind of cut something out, and it was like, oh, we need this to move the plot forward.
Yeah. And James says Wong snitched.
Yeah. So how'd you feel about Wanda being the villain though?
I think she did a great job as a villain for sure. I mean, she got fucking evil. Like she got dark. And so, we're going to talk about when she met the Illuminati and how that went down. But Jesus, that was a great, I mean, it's definitely, you can see Sam Raimi's influence from all his other movies. You can definitely see what, his stamp was on the movie. And like I said, I enjoyed that element. I enjoyed the jump scares. I enjoyed the theming of the music and everything else. It was interesting how he put his stamp on the movie for sure. But she played it really, really well. And I think it's one of those things where she was evil, right? But a justified evil. Like she justifies it by having, missing her children and all the stuff that happened at Westview. And that to me is she's a more compelling character. She's just not evil for the sake of being evil and she just does evil things. There's a good reason behind it. So I enjoyed her take on that for sure.
I mean, all villains, if you have something that us people looking at you as villains can relate to and grab onto and be like, wow, there's still a little bit of, or you're doing this for maybe not the, you're doing it for the right reasons, but you're doing it the wrong way. And I enjoyed that aspect. I definitely think you needed to see WandaVision before watching this movie to understand why. Because if you just go in fresh and not knowing anything, it's kind of like confused. Like, why is she doing? Like, what about her kids? They didn't mention Vision as much. I mean, you had the one line of Vision had his theories about the multiverse, but they didn't really talk about the impact of, I mean, I guess they did that on Wanda, like how she felt, you know, losing her family. You know what I mean? So like WandaVision was definitely necessary, but I like it was definitely a PG-13 version of like a horror movie though. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it was very tamed down. I was excited. Like I wish we saw like an R-rated version of this because I think that would have blew people's minds out. Like the way she was vicious in this movie, and the way she was taking people out. Like it not only did it show that she's definitely top 3 strongest Avengers on the team right now, or was on the team.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what I mean? Not only that, but also like she was willing to get whatever she wanted from it. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, damn, like I believed like she really wanted her kids because she was doing some gruesome shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you're right. Give me those. If you're gonna do a horror movie, give me the R rating so that Sam Raimi can put the body parts and blood and everything else in there, blood splatters and everything. This is really interesting. Is it Renshi? Renshi says Reed Richards, the smartest man alive, proceeds to tell Wanda Black Bolt's exact power.
Yeah,
that's actually true. That's very
hilarious.
True. Let's see. Is it Combat wants to know, Llama, did you watch Wanda's show? Yes, I watched WandaVision. I enjoyed the show. We did some commentary on the show for sure. James, Ned should have opened the portal and accidentally discovered Chavez and Defender Strange.
Oops.
Oops. Let's see. Richard's answering the question. So it's in StreamYard. The host sends the link in the live chat, and if people want to join the panel, they click the link and takes them backstage. And only the host can see the person and add to. Oh, okay. So like opening up the show. Okay, maybe we'll do that one night because that would be fun. Because not only can you come in the chat, but if you want to come in and just ask a couple questions or chat with our people, you know what we might do. And Richard, I hate to say this, right? Maybe our first after post 1,000 subs. Well, listen. You got to have an angle to it, right? And maybe after the 1,000 subs, we'll have some people if they want to, donate to the show, and then we'll let them on the show to talk to us live, right? Like almost like, what is that? The super chat?
Yeah.
Super chat it. We'll get you on there live, but not you, Richard. You will get to go on here for free. That's a guarantee. All right. But I get what you're saying, Richard, for sure. Let's see. James says, what mouth? Best movie line ever, even if it's stolen from The Matrix. That was a pretty horrendous scene, man. Like,
oh, I mean, the whole scene, like she took them out which I personally didn't like for the power levels of these characters going forward. Because does that mean Wanda could kill Captain Marvel right now? Like, I don't think they will allow that. But and even then, like the way their Captain Marvel like died was just under rocks. Like, I don't know. The Black Bolt thing was definitely one of the cool kills. I think the Captain Carter kill was fire, but the Professor X kill was
God,
the best kill of the movie. Like, it was the best shot to me of the movie.
Yeah, no, I mean the whole sequence was creepy as hell. And then when she showed up, like it was so fast that if you didn't catch it, she was in full like horror movie garb. Like she had the decrepit face and the long fingernails, and when she snapped that neck, man, holy shit, that was amazing. That was actually a really good scene. Let's see. Bolt was just stupid. Some people.
I hated it. Like I didn't watch the what's their team called? Freaking I forgot
the Inhumans.
Inhumans. Yeah, I didn't watch the show. it's the same character from the show. But I just think like that character's so dumb. Like the way he killed Doctor Strange, like he killed that versus Doctor Strange. Like, I'm sorry, he just killed him. Like, oh my god, shut up.
That's like what Michael Jackson's character would be. I'm sorry. Just,
Yeah, he's just loud.
Let's see. In the chat, Combat says hashtag Wanda's a bad bitch. For sure. Jay Birdie letting us know 13 live viewers. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Let's see. Ned and Chavez, new hot couple.
Yeah.
Chavez out of his league.
Ned had that girl in the newscaster.
Yeah. Ned is smooth with the ladies.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't like that she took care of the Illuminati so fast though, because now when we see these characters in the future, it's like, how strong are they? Like, if Wanda loses her kids, like she'll kill them if she really wants to. Like, it really felt like, and I did enjoy that, the fact that like it felt like they couldn't overpower Wanda, they had to outthink Wanda, and that's all it was. Like showing, like having the kids see her in that state is like the worst thing, because all she wants is her kids' love and love. Not approval, but like love.
Yeah.
And like them seeing her in that state and like what she's doing, like, and them being terrified of it and shit, like that was a brilliant way to like neutralize it, because now it's like, oh, I don't really want this. And then she proceeds to destroy, at least we think, all the Darkhold. So we'll see. I mean, I think there's talks of like her having her own. She signed like a deal, like a 7-movie deal, 7-year deal, something like that. So there's talks like she might get a solo film after this as well. So there might be more to this Wanda story. And I personally, I see like, at first I felt like in like the early Avengers, she was definitely a background character. And like the fact that they're like propping her up and like you see like Fortnite skins of her now, and like she's actually becoming a star, like Marvel character, and like people are seeing how powerful she is, because in the comics, I mean, she does like destroy all mutants. So it's like she has that power level anyways. So
no, I mean, she's come up. I mean, her story arc is really good. But you're right. Dispatching an Illuminati that fast in that method, it's like, and that's, I think, part of my issue is that I'm okay if she beat them. I'm okay if she, took a couple of them out. But like the way, I mean, it was a small sequence. It was, a 5-minute sequence. And I mean, it was a great sequence, but my God, it was like, okay, thank you for coming, have a nice day. And that's why I think I like fan service. I really do. But at that point, like, okay, so everyone wanted John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. And you probably read it in the leaks and the plots and all that stuff that he was going to be the guy. And there was images coming out and people were, debunking them and all that stuff. But for me, it was like, great. You get exactly what you want. You get the crowd was hooting and hollering. People were clapping, only for him to be, sliced up like cheese within 5 minutes of his appearance, right? Yeah. And so, and even my son was like, if he's the smartest, the smartest hero, why do you just put his arm out to Wanda? Like, couldn't he have figured out a different way to like attack?
Yeah, but his power, he's smart, but his powers are not. He's not a strong level. Like his superpower is his brain. He just stretches, you know what I mean, and utilizes that his best advantage. But
and James is on here. Why attack one by one? Lame. We jump over here at DC, fam. And Richard, I did read this. For sure, if we're going to do a live panel like that, we're definitely going to put some rules behind it. And we'll have the button, the trigger real quick in case somebody wants to be a troll on there for sure. James says Bolt is passive because he accidentally killed his parents by speaking. Oh, okay. I did not know that. That's interesting.
Get that shit out of here. What? Like he wasn't I mean, realistically, let's be real. Wanda's the only person that can do something like that, or maybe Strange could probably do it as well. But like close his mouth like that, so his powers probably are super effective in the long term. But I think that was the only reaction my crowd like actually had was when his head blew and you just see the mask like go up with it. Like everybody's like, "Ooh!" Like
Yeah,
so,
no,
but like that set the tone.
yeah, we were like, oh, ooh, what was that?
Yeah.
Now we also learned that Doctor Strange was kind of, I mean, he had issues, right? He caused an incursion, which is the collapse of two universes on themselves, and this was straight out of the What If series. So what I loved is that the What If series was more potent and more canon than anything we've seen, and we were dismissing it as these are just this is just a. I think I had said it was an experiment to see if something would work.
Yeah.
But damn, everything that was in What If was in here for the most part.
I mean, it was kind of easily like once you seen What If, it was like, oh, it will connect to the Doctor Strange, especially like Doctor Strange storyline in What If. And even like in this, when they were like traveling through the multiverse, they hit the What If like cartoon verse, which was super dope. But yeah, like I said, they kind of like told people these shows weren't like necessary, but when you really think about it, they kind of are. I think WandaVision was super necessary. What If was good. I don't think it was super necessary, but I think it was necessary to know like why, like how the worlds are getting destroyed and like what is coming to the MCU going forward, because Incursions is one of like the dopest storylines for me, and like I'm excited to see what they do with this like live action, because it brings on Secret Wars, which is like multiversal clash of like it's literally villains, heroes versus like it's crazy. There's like 4 versions of each like character there. So like if that's what they're leaning to with this, especially at the end where we in one of the post-credit scenes we see like an incursion is happening, I'm super excited going forward.
Yeah, no, I think the fact that there are consequences for the actions that you take in the multiverse is very good, because then that just doesn't. It means you just can't just jump and do different things in different areas. You gotta. There's definitely a consequence to every action that happens in the multiverse. The fact that you get him in that incursion and you see him in that or what they call Sinister Strange. I thought it was I thought it was great, because then you had Doctor Strange versus Sinister Strange, and they had that great fight sequence with the music notes, which was very creative, and probably one of the best, I think, sound moments in the movie, where they're just playing with sound, playing with different elements. It made for a great just sequence all overall. I enjoyed that tremendously.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Wanda taking out the Illuminati, again, that was the most shocking moments that I think the movie had.
Yeah.
Again, for me, let me explain why I think it might have just lost me for a little bit. Is like I'm not seeing the connection to the rest of the universe, right? At least not from a story perspective. I see it from Doctor Strange, right? Like what's happening with his world and him fixing it. But like for me, I was like, all right, how does this tie into the next property? And I need that though. That for me, I need that as part of my story. Is how does this move from one movie to the next one? And I get it. Like there's so we've had Eternals, right? Eternals doing something with the Celestials, right? You have Moon Knight doing something different, right? Like they're all interacting with these different elements, but they're not all coming together. And I think that's just my way of trying to piece it together. And that's I think what I had issue with. But again,
Yeah.
I like the movie. I did like the movie.
That's just lack of like knowing the comic books like deeply and like really like keeping up with it, because like everything has connected. Like Moon Knight had Kang Easter eggs throughout it. Even the last shout out to New Rockstars, the last QR code was Moon Knight versus Kang on the last episode of the show. They put a QR code that was a comic book of Kang versus Moon Knight. So it's like subtle hints, plus like we talked about it before, but Kang was from Egypt in one form. like one of his most popular forms. So that's why it's dope to see those Easter eggs. For this, the incursions are telling you exactly what's going to happen with all these different properties. It just seems like Marvel's going into more of a mystical slash like space ride, and they're just like transitioning to that. Like it's not going to be as cookie cutter as somebody coming to destroy Earth, and we need the Earth's mightiest heroes to team up and save Earth. Like it's going to be a lot more. I mean, as you can tell, an incursion. If we're having these multiversal fights, like one little thing can change the outcome of something else. I mean, we learned that from Loki, like, you know, like what they went through. So I think they're just like teeing it up for us and like giving us subtle hints, because it's not as black and white as Thanos is coming to Earth, and we need to prepare for this.
Right. Well, in the movie, they did a great job of keeping the story contained to the two universes. Could have gone 100 different ways, right? But it was smart. It was smart to keep it contained to the new Doctor Strange universe that he fell into, and then the old one he came from, and still giving you a glance at the other worlds that he was in. So I did enjoy that. I have the new rock stars playing in the background, just kind of showing us a couple of the scenes. You know, you had Sinister Strange there, and of course they want to sell you a shirt. Get out of here. But you know, Kevin Feige has said that, you know, all this stuff happened because, again, this guy's a freaking mad genius. Everything had a purpose. The Loki series had a purpose. No Way Home. All of these things impacted WandaVision. All these things impacted the way that the show, the movies are going to move forward. So,
yeah.
You know, he made it known. And so, again, there's just so many things to look at. And again, I love New Rockstar's breakdown of all this stuff because it helps me understand it. It helps me see it because I don't have the depth of knowledge of all those, you know, comic books and everything. And so it was just amazing. But here, this is some images from the actual movie itself. And you've got, you know, Strange. I think this was the opening sequence, which was, again, very risky to just sort of throw you right into the action. So I thought it was great.
At the end of the day, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They keep proving it to us day in and day out. And I love that they let Sam Raimi really get his style and interject. Of course, I would have loved to see more. I think if you're going there for the you know, they trademark it as Marvel's first horror movie, I wanted to see a little bit more of that personally, because like when it went super horror, it worked for me like very much. So I'm like, oh wow, this is a different style MCU movie I've ever seen. Like, you know what I mean? And that's me knowing, like, that's what I love about these movies, because me knowing everything that's coming, I still get surprised by like how they present it and how it looks, and like, oh wow, like it reads differently than what it shows. So, man, I'm happy that they're letting the directors actually interject their style into their vision, because I know they got the vision, but I'm just excited to see more. And we got Thor: Love and Thunder next, and then Ant-Man and Wasp. Like, so we'll see how these movies intertwine. But like I said, I think people expected a lot from this movie.
Yeah. Again, the expectations were really high. The hype was there, and so again, I can see some people like me. Again, we were looking for more cameos, and when we got the payoff we wanted, which for me was John Krasinski as Reed Richards, for him to get killed off that quickly, I was just kind of like, oh god, that sucks. But they are coming back. It's not like you would introduce this and not bring them back. Because you now have the idea that they exist in other universes, and they could definitely be in our current universe, our current world. So we have some James in the chat here. He's saying Cleo needs more introduction. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I think for Doctor Strange 3, we'll definitely get into it, because in the comics, they fall in love and they get married in like some Doctor Strange way. Like, so I'm excited to see that storyline going. But yeah, they could have definitely, there was things that I was expecting for the movie itself before even knowing the spoilers and stuff. But like the mutants, like they didn't even really mention they didn't mention anything about mutants. They still haven't said it. You know what I mean? There wasn't mention of like Professor X's team, or like they didn't even mention why the Illuminati were them. You know what I mean? Like why those people in the Illuminati. So there are things that this movie could have expounded on. Same thing. I mean, I guess maybe same problem as Moon Knight. Like the movie could have been a little bit longer with a little bit more exposition, because it was just action piece. Let's go through the multiverse. Let's have a little dialogue action. Like it didn't disappoint in action. Maybe the disappointment comes from lack of storytelling.
Yeah, there were some missing pieces there for sure. We have a couple in the comment here. Eternals was a setup movie. It had to be.
Yeah. I agree.
And then it says there, they could have used this movie to introduce Namor, the Submariner. Well, they did fall into the water.
Illuminati.
Right.
Nah, but he was also in the Illuminati at one point.
And it says Capcom versus Marvel Live action would be dope.
That would be sick.
That would be pretty sick. Let's see. Being that he actually is in the Illuminati, then he came in with a standalone. Combine, I feel as if we didn't get too much on the story. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. But again, like I said, the movie is already a quarter $1 billion movie. Like it's at what, 250 opening, 200 million,
something like that. Yeah,
domestic opening. Like it's gonna I don't think it's gonna shatter records, because the reviews are mixed. The reviews from the from the pros, right? Those are actually mixed reviews right now, so it's not getting the glorious 90% Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's a respectable 81, 82 or something like that. So it's got some mixed reviews, and so that may impact future viewings. Again, I saw it twice on its opening weekend, so I'm the one contributing to a couple of additional dollars there for sure.
Yeah, I say everybody should see it because it's visually appealing. Like you said, the sound was good. The horror elements got you. Like it was a good movie. It just, there's things that could have been better. And I really do think, as Marvel fans and as they're continuing to build this legacy, is like, as fans, it won't happen, but we have to subvert like our expectations to these things, because especially when they do massive things like No Way Home or like Endgame, it's like, all right, well, what's next? What are they going to surprise us with next? You know what I mean? I feel like No Way Home kind of hurt this movie in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
because I don't think it would have had these kind of like negative, like expecting more reviews if we would have seen this before No Way Home. I think it would have been reversed. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I'm telling you, No Way Home kind of spoiled people, because they're like, look what they did here. Can you imagine what they're going to do with the multiverse of madness? Yeah. And so, I think it did. And it heightened my expectations. I said, oh, shit, if they did that with Spider-Man and he's going to have access to the full multiverse, wow, who am I going to see in this that I needed to see? And the rumors were running rampant that you were going to see Deadpool, you're going to see more mutants. Hugh Jackman, and then the guy who played Harry Potter, he was going to be a variant of Wolverine. You had all this stuff. Although I did I love that when Professor Charles Xavier came out, he came out to the X-Men 97 theme. And he had the X-Men 97 moving wheelchair. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they did that for marketing for the 97 cartoon coming out.
Oh yeah.
Because I think he's a variant of that cartoon.
Yeah. So James says here, if Marvel started a GoFundMe and promised to give us what we want, they wouldn't have to come out of pocket. Let's see. Ned, Sorcerer Supreme.
He really likes Ned.
He does like Ned. Yeah. Ned's more like Taco Supreme. So
oh, that's racist, Lama.
What? He's Filipino, dude. He's not even Mexican. Come on, man.
They eat Spanish food in Philippines. That's why my I love Asian women. The Filipinos are my favorite.
Oh God.
You got the Spanish Asian mix. Beautiful.
Oh,
God's gift to earth.
Well, listen, like I said, so from this perspective, from the Big Llama Show, so AD absolutely loves it. I had some reservations, so we're split. We're split on it. I think we both think that everyone should still see this movie. Everyone should go out and see this movie. Go see it in the theater. Go with the family. Go whatever. There's some scary elements, but I don't think it was as bad in terms of don't bring the kids.
It wasn't horror. This is not the first Marvel horror movie. It has horror elements, just like Moon Knight did.
Right, exactly. I will say this, and so again, that let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think about this movie. Let's wrap up. We're gonna wrap up the show very quickly. I just want to say what happened to me this weekend, and that's it. Now I'll shut up about it. So I went to see Doctor Strange at the local theater here, right down the street, and I had the worst experience ever. And so, as an old man that I am, I went straight to Twitter, and I wrote AMC, and AMC gave me my money back for the first show.
That's
So my kids were clowning me. They're like, "Yeah, you're that old man. You just wrote to AMC on Twitter." I was like, "It sucked."
That was a very Karen moment of you.
It was very Karen of me, and but you know what's weird, man? I left the theater. at the start of the movie to go yell at the guy to be like, "Dude, like turn on the sound, man. Like do something." And they didn't do shit. And so I was stewing the whole movie. So I was like, all right, the second viewing, I'm going to IMAX premium theater. Maybe it'll be better. And it was better. It was way better. And the experience was better. But fuck, I hated it. I hated it.
This guy, he said he tweeted him to give him the money back. That's hilarious.
James says here, first Philippine superhero or super Iron Ned. All right. Well, listen, guys. That's all we have time for on the show. I want to thank everybody who came through. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I hope you had an awesome day. Know that the Big Llama and the Big Llama Show, we love all moms out there. We are going to hit 50 episodes next week. Next Sunday, we're at our 50th episode. Come in and join in all the fun. Hopefully, this would be amazing if we can get there. So please tell your friends and subscribe. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the 50th episode, that would be a huge milestone for us and definitely celebratory for us. And please join us in on all the fun. I like Richard's idea about coming in on like having guests, pop in, not guests, but even just like subscribers or chats. Somebody wants to come in and chat. Maybe you can ask questions, right? A panel interview. I kind of like that. I kind of like that for sure. But again, please make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell your friends about the Big Llama Show. If you want to catch the show on a replay, we have podcasts available. We're available on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get podcasts, we're available. And AD is streaming on Twitch. Are we having a Post Llama stream?
We will be.
Don't sound too excited there, my friend.
I mean, I've been streaming for we did an hour and a half. I've been streaming for a long time. Yesterday was I streamed like 10 hours yesterday. The whole fight companion was like 10 hours. But I'm just tired. I'm trying to get up for it. We're definitely having a Post Llama stream. Let's get this man to 1,000 subs. Let's get to our 50th episode, which I'm super excited about. I mean, I can't express like how excited I am to reach that milestone with you, man. The show's been growing. Today was the whole chat throughout the I could just keep seeing the numbers come in and out. Like we're getting consistent viewers, man. We're building something special here. So
yeah, for sure. So guys, join us next week, next Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join AD throughout the week for his Twitch streams throughout the week, Call of Duty, Fortnite, all things, sometimes just chatting, sometimes late nights with Jay Birdie. Check him out. He can be found on Twitch, BLKOUT_AD on Twitch. Make sure you go and subscribe and follow that guy on Twitch. And again, if you want to support the show, like and subscribe here on YouTube. All right. Well, that's all I got time for, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week, guys. I'm going to try to put out one more version of the
hopefully it doesn't flop.
One more version of the 1917 video, and I'll be recording a video, and I'll let everybody know what that video is tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm the Big Llama. This is the Big Llama Show. Good night, everybody.